Hoy vas a estudiar el complemento indirecto. Necesitas escribir apuntes en tu cuaderno. Today, you are going to learn how to use indirect object pronouns, or IOPs in Spanish. Make sure you take good notes in your notebook while viewing this screencast so you can use your notes to help you complete the practice activities. There are 6 different indirect object pronouns: me, te, le, nos, os, and les. Me means me or to or for me. Te means you or to or for you. Le in English means to or for him, to or for her, and also to or for you. The word nos in English means to or for us. Os means to or for you all, or to or for you guys, and is used exclusively in Spain. Finally, les means to or for you all, or to or for them. Indirect objects are nouns that answer the questions to whom or for whom about the verb in a sentence. Indirect object pronouns will take the place of indirect objects in a sentence. For example, if I say in English, Rosa gives her a ticket, in Spanish, I would say Rosa le da un boleto. Let's take a look at another example. Looking at the sentence, yo compro las flores para ella, which means I am buying the flowers for her, I'm going to first start with the word yo. Yo is my subject, and that tells me how to conjugate my verb. So yo compro means I am buying. Compro is my verb. Yo compro las flores. What am I buying? I am buying the flowers. The flowers is my direct object. Yo compro las flores para ella. For whom am I buying the flowers? The answer to that question is for her. Therefore, para ella is my indirect object. Placement of indirect object pronouns is different in Spanish than it is in English. Indirect object pronouns are placed before the conjugated verb in a sentence in Spanish. Let's look at the example. Yo le compro las flores para ella. My indirect object pronoun, le, comes directly before my conjugated verb, compro. Let's look at that same sentence in English. I am buying the flowers for her. In my sentence in English, my indirect object pronoun appears at the end of my sentence after my conjugated verb. You will also notice in the sentence in Spanish that while I'm using my indirect object pronoun le, I still have my indirect object para ella in my sentence. From time to time, you may see both the indirect object pronoun and the indirect object in the same sentence. Why would we do this in Spanish? To provide clarification. Remember that the word le can mean to him, or to her, or to you. So in order to provide clarification in a sentence, we will use both the indirect object pronoun and the indirect object in the same sentence to make sure that the pronoun is clear. Indirect object pronouns can also be attached to an infinitive verb. Infinitives are verbs that are not conjugated. They end in AR, ER, and IR. Let's take a look at the example. Yo voy a comprarle las flores. I am going to buy the flowers for her. Remember, just like we did with our direct object pronouns, when you are placing object pronouns like indirect object pronouns in a sentence, If you only have one verb in your sentence, you have one choice for where the pronoun goes, directly before the conjugated verb. When you have sentences like the example I have provided that have two verbs, voy and comprar, I have two choices about where I can place my pronoun. I can either attach my pronoun to the infinitive, like the example provided, yo voy a comprarle las flores, or I can place my pronoun before the conjugated verb. So another way to say the same sentence would be yo le voy a comprar las flores. Now let's try some practice with indirect object pronouns. First, I would like for you to find the indirect object in the sentence and then add the correct indirect object pronoun to complete each of the sentences. You can pause this video now to complete the practice question and then check for your understanding. In the sentence, Mamá da el dinero a Ana y Miguel, the first thing you need to do is identify what the indirect object is in your sentence. Remember, to do that, you are going to ask the question, to whom or for whom. So, Mamá da el dinero a Ana y Miguel means Mom gives the money to Ana and Miguel. The question you should ask is, to whom does Mamá give the money? In the sentence, the answer should be, Mamá gives the money to Ana y Miguel. So I want to take a Ana y Miguel, and I am going to use the correct indirect object pronoun to represent to them. In Spanish, in order to say to them, I will use the pronoun les. So my new sentence should say, Mamá le da el dinero a Ana y Miguel. Let's try one more quick practice. Find the indirect object in the following sentence and then add the correct indirect object pronoun to complete the sentence. Pause this video now and complete the practice question. Now let's check for understanding of the indirect object pronouns by comparing your answer with the answer I will show you on the screen. The sentence, yo voy a vender mi computadora a ti, means I am going to sell my computer to you. In order to find my indirect object, I'm going to ask the question to whom or for whom, and using the verb from the sentence. So my question will look like this. To whom am I going to sell my computer? The answer to that question is a ti, to you. So to you becomes my indirect object. When I want to rewrite this sentence using the correct indirect object pronoun, you are going to notice that I have two verbs in this sentence, voy and vender. Remember, when you have two verbs in a sentence, you have two choices for where you could place your pronouns. Here is example number 1. I can place my pronoun before my conjugated verb by saying yo te voy a vender mi computadora. Option 2, I can place my indirect object pronoun at the end of my infinitive, vender. So sentence number 2 could look like this. Yo voy a venderte mi computadora. Both sentences mean exactly the same thing. The only difference is in where I placed my pronoun. Remember the rule, one verb, one choice, two verbs, two choices. Gracias por tu atención. Adiós.